everyone. Week 3, day 1, coming at you today. I've got some really good exercises for lower body and core. But before we start going over the exercises, something I want you to take note of is we're doing step-ups in our workout today. Let me show you what that is. So you're literally just stepping up onto your box or whatever it is, but you're gonna need something today for step-ups. So I have this stable cooler. You could use a chair, you could use a stool, whatever it is that you can find to use for today's workout. Just make sure that it's a stable platform. Another thing to keep in mind is the height. So that's kind of where you want to find something that's going to work for you. So I know that I don't need to modify this. So the height of my box, my knee is slightly above parallel. You can find something lower than that if you need to, if you know that you're going to have a hard time stepping up onto something that high. But we will need something for step-ups today. So going into our exercises, we have dumbbell front squat. So if you remember from last week, day 1 was also dumbbell front squat. We're using the same tempo today, that 4 seconds to go all the way down. Now take note of how you felt last week with this exercise. Were you able to get through all 10 reps? Were you able to maintain that 4-second pace all the way down on every single rep? Did you have to go lighter in weight? Take note of how you did and keep that in mind for the modifications and the weight that you choose to use for today's dumbbell front squat. So we want to try and make it a little bit more challenging than what we did last week. If you were able to get through everything with no modifications, that's great. You focus on the same thing, keeping the core tight, keeping that time under tension with every single rep going all the way to 10. So just to go over the exercise again, you're gonna bring these weights into the front rack position, meaning the weights are resting on my shoulders are active, I'm not sinking down, I've got my elbows pointed front, my feet are in line with my shoulders, and I'm gonna take 4 seconds to go down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, all the way to 10, or modifying it down to whatever number you need. We can do our chair squats, focusing on that same tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. We can also use no weight for this, doing air squats, but still focusing on that same time under tension, so that way you're going 4 seconds on the way down. Keep the core tight all the way through this. Make sure that you're not rounding the shoulders forward, rounding at that lower back, keeping everything tight. So we go 10 reps of that, right into 10 air squats. So after I'm done with that last squat, I'm gonna put my weights down and I'm gonna go into 10 air squats. These are regular pace. After you're done with 10 of those, you're gonna go right into 10 jump squats. So this is like a triple set. We're going weighted front squats to air squats to jump squats. Now, if you are not able to jump, that's okay. What I want you to do for that last set is you're just gonna hold a squat position for about 20 seconds, as low as you can go. Say this is as low as you can go. You maintain this, keeping the core tight, or you try and go down all the way, focusing on keeping that tension, driving the knees out to the side, and keeping the core tight. So again, if we're not doing our jump squats, you're gonna try to hold the bottom of the squat for 20 to 30 seconds. So those are our first 3 exercises. If you need to take a 30-second break after the jump squats, go for it. But then we're going right into stretch crunches. So our stretch crunch, you will be flat on your back. We want to go into a hollow hold position, meaning that lower back is pressed to the floor, arms above the head. We go into a full body crunch, trying to keep those feet off the floor. Our goal is to get to 20 reps, but we can modify it down to whatever we need to. Our modifications are going to be either our in and out, trying to keep the feet off the floor, and we've got our hands behind us for support, or we can do double knees to chest. Hands go underneath our butt. We keep that lower back pressed to the floor, head up off the floor, or resting it down, but we bring the knees into the chest, reach full extension on the way out. The next exercise is going to be our step-ups. So this is a really great unilateral exercise, meaning we're working one side at a time. So our dumbbell front squat, you're gonna keep your chest up as tall as you can with this. I'm gonna step with my right leg, and I'm gonna drive my knee out to the side and keep all of that weight in my heel. So I'm gonna step it all the way up, bring the other foot next to it, keeping the weight in the heel. I control it on the way back down. We don't need to bring our foot down. We're gonna do all 10 reps on one side. So again, I drive through that heel, knee out to the side. I bring that foot next to my other one, but only after I've stood it all the way up. Control it on the way back down. Now what we want to try to avoid doing is we don't want to bring that other foot up onto the bench until we're done standing it up. We want to isolate that side as much as we can. And then on the way down, again, we want to isolate it as much as we can. So we don't want to be bouncing up off that back foot. We want to control it as much as we can. Isolate that side as much as you can. Step it together, control it on the way down. So we have 10 reps on one side, 10 reps on the other side. We can scale it down to 5 if we need to. If the weights are too much, we go down in weight, or we just hold one into our chest. And then of course, we can also get the same benefits out of this without using any weight at all. We just focus on that same form, trying not to bring the other foot side by side until the leg that we're stepping up with is fully locked out. After our step-ups, we are going into side V-ups. Another really good core exercise. And remember, there's modifications for everything. So I'm gonna show you guys the side V-up first. You're gonna be on your side for this. Your arm will be at a 45-degree angle. We don't want it out away. Keep it in at a 45. The other hand goes behind your head. You're gonna try and keep your legs locked out. You're gonna push off of your right elbow and try and go left elbow to your quad. Bring it back down. Our goal is to get 15 reps. We can bend the knees if we need to. And then we can also keep the feet on the floor and just go 15 side crunches each way. So you are going through that combination for 4 rounds today, or scaling it down to whatever you need. After you are done with your 4 rounds, you have a 2-minute rest before we go into part B. Part B is going to be our Tabata workout that you did in the very first day of our workouts. So the Tabata timer won't be set up the same as it was on day 1. What I want you to do is start your stopwatch at the top of your app, or have a stopwatch going on your watch or your phone, whatever it is that you're using. But you're gonna keep track of those 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So you gotta watch the timer with this one. It's not gonna beep for you like it did in the app for that first workout. The exercises that we'll be doing in this Tabata workout are alternating jump lunges and weighted wall sit. So you will do your jump lunges for 20 seconds. You will have 10 seconds to quickly transition over to the wall for your wall sit. Then you will do that for 20 seconds. You'll have 10 seconds to transition back to your jump lunges. So you'll go back and forth for 4 rounds total, which would equal 8 sets. And our Tabata workout is 3 minutes and 50 seconds of work. So it's short and sweet, but you're getting a lot of work done within that time frame. So the jump lunges are going to look like this. We want to keep the chest up. We're going to drive the back knee straight down to the floor. Weight stays in the front heel. And we transition those feet fast as we control our knee down to the floor and drive through the heel. We're keeping the chest up with each rep. You're doing as many reps as you can of that in 20 seconds. Now, if jumping is not an option for you, we can just do regular alternating lunges. You could even turn them into a weighted exercise with your dumbbells if you wanted to. And then if we need some assistance for our range of motion, we can hold onto the wall or a chair and use that as we go through our reps, shortening up the range of motion as we need to, but the weight is still in the heel and we're still keeping our chest up. So once you're done with 20 seconds of jump lunges or whatever modification you need, you will come over to the wall, grab your dumbbell. Your legs will be at a 90-degree angle with the weight in your lap. Heels pressed into the floor, shoulder blades up against the wall. We can always modify this by just doing a regular wall sit. And then we can shorten up the range of motion by bringing ourselves up higher, but we're still pressing those heels into the floor. You'll hold that for 20 seconds. You'll rest for 10. You'll go back to your alternating jump lunges for 20 seconds, back over to the wall for your wall sit. So we'll do a full Tabata workout, which is 4 rounds, 8 sets, a total of 3 minutes and 50 seconds of work. So again, just make sure that you have your timer going for that part, something on your phone, your app, your watch, whatever it is, and have it close by so that way you can keep track of your work time and your rest time. And then after that, you guys are done. I hope you enjoy this workout, and like always, reach out to me if you have any questions.